Hey guys, and welcome back to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Tando Gutu, and yeah, it's good to be back. I've been away for just a little bit, was dealing with some personal stuff, but I must say I'm happy to be back. So, this week we are tackling fear. And the reason why I've decided to tackle this issue is mainly because of this book that I was reading. Um, First chapter, right, going into it, it was dealing about fear, and it also just got me thinking about just how fear has actually really played or made an impact in my life. And I wish certain things would also have been shared with me prior to letting fear hold me back from so many things. Well, before I get too much into detail, let's get into it. Um, First things, you know I love quotes. Quote for this week is: only limits on your life are those that you set yourselves. And that's exactly what fear is. Fear is a limitation. It limits your growth, it limits your potential to grow, it limits your creativity, it just limits so much of you. It steals so much from you. Um, when I think about myself and how many opportunities in my life I've let pass me by because I was just scared. I was scared. What if the next person doesn't like my proposal? Or what if when I submit my CV, they don't think I'm good enough? There were even instances where I would look at a post online, and from even just looking at it, I would already have the fear, I'm not good enough to even apply for this job. That's how much fear was starting to cripple me, you know. I mean, if you get to a point where you even scared to even send that CV, what are they going to say when your CV gets on the other side? That shows that fear has its claws. So the first thing we want to do in dealing with fear is identify the things that are holding you back. Me, for instance, I have a fear of rejection. That is one of my biggest fears. What if they say no? Yo, guys, I'm so scared of rejection. So it stops me from so many things. That thought of someone turning me down, or me not getting that job, or someone not approving funding or sponsorships or whatever it may be. But for me, fear of rejection is the biggest for me. So I want you to think about it. Just do some introspection, look back on your life, and just see what is it, that one thing that you're so scared of. And then once we identify it, then we can start trying to deal with it. And like for me, for instance, fear of rejection. I have decided that going forward in my life, that is my new motto going forward. So if ingakhulumi, I am taking it head on. Translation, sorry guys, I will not be I will not be frightened or scared of something that cannot speak. Yes, that's kind of like what it is. So that is my motto, and that's what's driving me in my life going forward. I will not need to say yindo enga kulumi. So whatever challenges are coming my way, whatever ideas that I have, whatever it is, I am facing it head on, and I'm doing what it is that I want to do, because guess what? The no so let's move forward. Fear is nothing but a negative stream of consciousness. So if it's all in our mind, What's stopping us from changing the way that we think? Nothing, because we control our minds. So, how do we do that? First step is, so for me, if I was so scared, or if you also scared of what if they say no, how's about we change our mindset to what if they say yes? But honestly, guys, think about it. What if they say yes? What if your business succeeds? What if that funder or sponsor agrees to your proposal? What if you make that million this year that you're striving so hard to achieve? What if? What if? So, why are we not channeling our minds to think of the positive, or expecting the positive, then being driven by the negative? And I don't even think it's safe to call it being driven by negativity, because you're not going anywhere, so it's not driving you anyway. So, being stunned, correction, being stunned by your negativity. So, my challenge is to all of us, myself included, going forward, let us challenge ourselves. Every time that thought comes in, Uguti, what if they say no? Let us change the narrative, let us change the thought process and say, what if they say yes? Take control of our thoughts, and control of how they affect us. And that is how we're taking small steps to overcoming our fear. I think we've all, in some point in our life, have heard that a baby has no limits. I've always heard of this, and I saw it when I first took my son swimming. I think he was 6 months old, and there was a 3-month-old baby that they just threw in the water. I was so frightened, but this baby just, they threw him in and he came up and he was playing. He was just having the time of his life. Why? Because he doesn't know, or he didn't know what it was or what it is to fall, to drown, to get hurt. His mind has not been overcome by negativity. So all he's expecting are good things out of life. And that's why he went into that water, not afraid to drown, not afraid of all these negative things, and he just wanted to play. And that is where we should get our minds to be. Positivity, and let go of the negativity. There's a quote that I read in the book Yaga Robin Sharma, and he says, the mind of a baby has no limits. Their mind is a lush landscape of greatness. Properly cultivated, it will lead to greatness. Filled with negativity, it will lead to mediocrity at its best. I think if we can get to a point where we understand that the power lies within us, the power to control our minds lies within us. We need to control our thoughts. We need to control our mind. We need to control what consumes us, because when we take that power back and control how we think, we can move away from the negativity and focus on being positive. And once we change our mindset and we are positive about every aspect of our lives and all our challenges, we will face them more head on. And you'll find yourself challenging yourself to do so much more. And that's what I want to leave you with this week. I want you to move out of your comfort zone and start challenging yourself to do something bigger, something greater, something amazing. But the only way you can get into that space is if you take out the negativity and focus on the positivity. We're done with fear. I'm done. Angeke sithuswe into engaphulumi, guys. Like, it's enough. We've held ourselves back long enough. Like, I, for one, feel like I could have been so much further in life had I not let my fear cripple me so many years ago in so many different things that I was trying to do. But I will not let it steal any more of my owe it to myself to be the best version of myself. I owe it to myself to live my life to its full potential, and challenge myself to my full potential, because I know what, actually, I don't even know, I can imagine my full potential, and that's where I want to challenge myself to go. So that's it for this week, guys. If you liked this video, could you please comment, like, let me know what your fears are. Let's just get this conversation going. Let's walk this journey together of overcoming our fears. What are your fears? How do you plan on overcoming them? And yeah, let's do this. Oh yes, this video is me overcoming one of my fears. One of my fears is public speaking, and I'm getting better at it, guys. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Have a lovely day. Wisdom Wednesday. Yeah.